Hello, hello. When you come on, just say hi. I know it's an odd hour. Most people are, hey, Saray. You know I miss you, girl. We're going to have to get together. Hey, Sid. How much snow you get over there? I see you prepping for the shoveling. Lavanda, what's up, cuz? Stop hating on my food. I put meat in there when I have to. So I'm just waiting for a few more people to jump on. And if they're 18 inches, I got 3 foot over here on my deck. I'll take those 18 inches. Good thing I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon anyway. Not till next week anyway. So I'm just looking for something here. Lavanda, y'all get anything? Just get some rain, just cold, little snow. What y'all get? Yeah. It was crazy. It was all the way up on my back glass. It was crazy. I mean, we get snow, but I guess it was just weird the way it blew and the way it built up. So it was real crazy. I don't plan on going anywhere till next week. I got everything I need. I could use some bread, but you know what I could do without bread. I don't always eat it anyway. Y'all didn't get nothing down there? My cousin's down in Greensboro. He didn't get nothing. All right. Who else is here? Say hi. So today I wanted to just catch up because I haven't been on here. Y'all should get some snow. Should make me some beans and send me some. I wanted to come on and just, I try to share some of the things that go on. I'm sorry, I'm like, Antonio, what's good? How are you? I get excited when my high school friends jump on. It means a lot to me. It means a lot that everybody comes on, but, sometimes we get disconnected, you reconnect. So it's not people you see, often. So it's a beautiful thing. So I appreciate you, Antonio. So typically I come on, I try to get caught up, catch up on some things that have been going on and exciting things. So today I think I'm going to talk a little bit about, I don't know if you've heard about Clubhouse. And I'm going to talk a little bit about resilience. And I know that I'm not old, but I make jokes, that I'm old. Because based on technology and the way things have changed and how quickly technology changes, So I was talking to some people and they were like, oh, you should get on Clubhouse. And I'm like, look, I'm trying to master TikTok, just watching it. I want to do it, but I don't know that I have enough nerve to do TikTok yet. I have a sense of humor, but I don't know that I have it in that way. So I got on there January 16th, I think, and I've been on it every day. And it can become addictive, but I've met some really awesome people, awesome young people, I have to say, that have really come on, we're going to show you the ropes, we're going to teach you this, show you this, which is really cool. And I met people from Romania, Germany, the UK. So, hey, Tab. So it really put me in a whole different arena of people and different lives that I can tap into and that can tap into me. And it's been really, really cool to do this whole Clubhouse thing. And who knows where it's going to go or how it's going to be. But, it's like the new thing. It's kind of like a podcast meets Zoom, except for you don't see each other. You're actually talking. You're not texting, you're talking. And right now it's in beta form. So it's only for iPhone users. Hi, Rebecca. How are you? So it's only in beta form, and it's really cool. And what I like about it is that people of all ages, all races, nationalities, professions, they're getting on and they're sharing ideas. And I think, I'm in the industry of life coaching and speaking, with speakers. And so, people get really worried about competition, like if someone's stealing their material or doing something. And the one thing that I've learned over the last few years is that no one can be you. They might have the material and I'm going to present it one way and they're going to present it another way. And I guess that's the unique thing. Hey, Rose. I think hey, Howie. That's the unique thing about being your individual self, being authentically yourself. So many of us are caught up pretending and being the perfect or the exact this or that. And I took this test and I try to share it with all my friends. I took this test the other day. Not the other day, a couple months back, and it's called a UMAP. And if anybody's interested in it, I'll send you the link for it. But I took this personality test because we know who we are deep down inside, but we kind of fight it. It's like, no, I'm not. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. Well, I'm not really that way. And we really know who we are. But sometimes when you read it and you see it in front of you, you believe it a little bit more. I don't know why we need that type of confirmation, but it was really cool when I got mine. When I first got it, I set it down and I didn't want to believe it. I was like, that's not meaty enough, right? But it's really who I am. And as a life coach, I've kind of been, I've been around it for a while, but I was uncertain about what my real role in it is. You're so silly, Lavender. My cousin's so crazy. Okay, I'll share it with you, Rebecca. No problem. So anyway, we get caught up in all the things of who we are and who we're not supposed to be and how we deliver things. And so I took this test, and this, we've taken a lot of personality tests. I've taken some before, free ones, whatever. But when it's free, you get what you pay for. And this test, it gives you a complete workup of your 5 strengths. Your values, how you're hardwired, the way you learn, the way you work, your best situations, things that you should never do because it's just not what you do. And you'll be faking the funk, and doing a crappy job at it. Let's face it, I'm not meant for, like HR work. Don't make me sit at a desk and do certain things. Hey, cuz. So I took this test, I took this personality test and I put it down and I was angry because it didn't have like enough meat and potatoes. I thought I needed to be more of this or more of that. And again, I always say this, and I don't mean to offend anyone. It's not how I roll, but I do a lot of work on me. I've been working on me for, at least 20 years. I've been, before that I was doing work, but I didn't know what I was doing. So 20 years strong, I've been working. Lisa, hey, I've been working on me. And so if I took this test and I was in denial, imagine the people who have never been introduced to the world of personal development, to working on themselves, to sitting down and talking and sharing ideas and thoughts and knowing that no matter how you feel, someone over there feels like you too. They don't have enough courage yet to stand up and say that. And it's up to us to share our stories, to share our situations so that people find the courage to be able to stand up on faith and step into who they are. So when I took this test and it said, some of my, Sam, hey, when I took this test, it said some of my traits, I did not like it. And the more and more I thought about it as I'm working on trying to hone in what type of a coach I am. I could be a business coach. I've been in business regardless of anyone's opinion. I've been in how I went in or went out or how many times. I've been in business 27 years. I've been creating my own paycheck for myself and others. That's a big to do. Doesn't mean I'm smart. That just means I've been handling some shit, right? And I have the ability to handle things. So with that being said, though, I was playing around. I'm going to say playing around. I've been playing the hokey pokey about what kind of coach I should be. I'm looking over there and I say, oh, that coach is pretty awesome. And what they do is pretty awesome. But what I realized after working more, Chanel, how are you? After working more on myself, even more in depth, thanks to many of my mentors and coaches, Sam Black, who happens to be on here, Allegra Stein, Derek, Rod. I can't say how much I appreciate them enough. But the really cool thing is that when I started to do more of this personality test and look at it and really examine it, it's really who I am. Pretty much said I'm crazy, I'm funny, that I try to include people, that I make people feel warm and inclusive. I love ideas, but I don't finish anything. And that's great because I'm not, hey, Shirley, I'm not supposed to. And that's the really cool thing when you find out what you're really supposed to do. And so I'm still not all grown up. And maybe when I grow completely up, not that I'm ever gonna, I'll know what I'm really supposed to do. But I know the kind of coach I am now. So if you are a potential client and you're looking for someone who just you need to light a fire under your ass. I say it the way it is. You know, we sit in our pity parties and, oh, this didn't go right, this relationship broke up, or I lost this job, or I didn't get this job, or I failed at this first business, whatever it is you're going through, or I need to reinvent myself because times have changed. Oh, well, it's too hard, so let me not do it. So I am the fire under your ass. That's what I'm supposed to do. I share stories of people I've met. I share my story. I share the story of my mother dying way too soon. And it's just amazing when you know who you are, the shit you can do. So, you know, if you're looking for a life coach that can help you work on your spiritual health, and when I say your spirit, I'm just saying you, who you are deep down inside, not that surface stuff, you know. But work on who you are in that manner. I've been coached and I've been learning how to work and create generational wealth. I think that's so important. Again, from my background in my household, that wasn't discussed. And even, you know, in my home, it wasn't discussed. I'm learning more about it. My kids saw me work my ass off, you know, and they saw that they had a good life and they weren't suffering really bad only by my rules. But so those things, you know, weren't in my household as a child. And it's up to us to create that. So if we're now grandparents and we've missed the first boat for our children because, you know, they're already doing their thing and they may or may not listen to us. You know, kids, they don't come with a book, and they don't particularly care to listen to us until they get old and say, oh shit, mom was right or dad was right. But anyway, so if you're looking for that coach to just get you off your ass, to get started with a dream you had, to get started with a opportunity you want to create, to get started in something new, I've been working really, really hard on understanding why a lot of us don't like what we do. And most of us were forced into it, or we thought we were supposed to do it because that's what we were expected to do. Or we did something we liked, but times were changing and we didn't change with it. You know, as I did, when technology started to come in and everybody was using Zoom way before COVID, and everybody's like, oh, do everything online. I was like, no, I'm a belly-to-belly girl. I want to see people's face. I want to hug them. I want to do all of this. And hey, Anthony. And then as time would have it, we have COVID and we can't do it. So COVID was bad for a lot of people. And it really, for me personally, it wasn't that bad. I live on an acre of land. I got to sit in my backyard and have fireside chats with my followers on Facebook and some of my clients and some new friends that I made, and talk about all the things we took for granted, all the things we're going to do when we have this freedom. And it didn't really affect me personally until the first of the year, January 2021. And then I had 5 very close people die to me, one after another. And it affected me in that manner. But some people got affected right in the beginning. So everybody's life was changing. But the one thing that is constant is that if you're not happy, you're not going to really do a good job at whatever it is you're doing. You know, and happy is whatever it is to you. You know, happy could be money for some people, but it really, really is money. It's about feeling heard, feeling valued, feeling that you're making a difference, even if it's in your own household, if it's not on a bigger level. If you come in, please say hi. I see I have some new people on here. Please say hi so I know who's here. I always like to address you, and I appreciate that you take the time to pop on here. So anyway, so going back to that. So through all this personality tests, all this work I've been doing, I realized that I'm just the fire starter. It's my job to inspire you to jog your memory, jog your brain through workshops, through coaching you, through speaking engagements that you might see and hear me do. I'm going to start some, I don't know, maybe podcasts. I'm not sure where I'm going to do it yet. It might go on Clubhouse, because Clubhouse, it can be addictive. I agree with that. But it's so powerful that you reach so many people. So, hey, Janelle, how are you? So I just want to, I can't express to you enough the importance of knowing who you are. We've spent so much time being the child or the student, you know, of our parents or our teachers. Then we've been whoever we are to our spouses, then to our children, right? And or to whoever's raised us, those kind of things, and our spiritual believers. Oh, thank you, Janelle. So we spent all that time doing that. We never really got the time to be us. So I would implore you to take a personality test. Try not to take a free one. I understand they're cute, but you want one that really gets to the meat and potatoes. We've played around with our life long enough. We can see that nothing. I know, right? I wouldn't have met Rebecca on here. If you see her name, we met on Clubhouse and we connected. And it was really cool. And that's what I mean. Like, you meet just awesome people, and you know, people are inherently good. They want to see you do bad. They want to see you do good. They don't want to see you do bad. But sometimes life gets in the way in experiences, and we're all, hey Lynn, we're all a culmination of our life experiences, right? So the thing is, I want to get back to this test, because when you know who you are, then you can back your profession or what you want to do into your lifestyle, right? So if you know where you want to do it, how you want to do it. I know to some of us, I know to me, growing up in the kind of background and household that I had, there weren't luxuries that you could take the time to say, oh, I want flowers and I want to do it in the summer or in the winter. You couldn't do all that. You had to do it. And then me, I became a mom at 21. I didn't have a choice. You know, as my mom would say, is put up or shut up, right? So I had to raise this kid, and I'd do the right thing, and I had to be the right example, and et cetera, et cetera. And, you know, some of you know her, so she's slightly crazy, and it's my fault. And I'm sure, you know, I'll leave some shrink money for her and my grandkids. You know, I cause it, I guess. No, she's crazy by herself. But anyway, so all of that to say that it's so important for us to know who we are so that we can create the next level. You know, I see some people on here, are childhood friends of mine. So we're around the same age. We're kind of right now at the next level, right? Like our kids. Hey, Joan. Our kids are already adults, and they may have their own families, or they're about to become adults and get on their own. Hey, Karen. So then the next thing is, what's next for us? Because we've raised them, possibly raised a husband or a spouse or a wife, whatever it is you're doing, right? And now your kids are grown, and now it's like, who am I? Who am I? And I share this story sometimes when I'm speaking. There was, hey, both my cousins Shirley's are on here. For those of you who don't know, our mamas was crazy. Neither one of them, God rest their souls, are here with us today. We only know why one Shirley was called Shirley, but there's three of us. We're first cousins. We're all three Shirley Ann's. I love you guys for jumping on here. I'm talking about knowing who you are, knowing your having your personality. Do this personality test so you really know who you are. You're never too old to start over. And now through COVID, a lot of us have to rebuild our lives anyway, find a new career. We're working from home. Some jobs will never, ever exist again. So it's all about reinventing yourself. And lucky enough, after being an entrepreneur for 27 years, I've had a little practice at reinventing myself. You know, when I had the garbage company, I had to create a new service so that I could be different than my competition. I had to paint my equipment a different colors so I stood out. I had to go out in the community and do community stuff. So I was recreating myself a lot. So I've had some practice at it. And the other really cool thing that I did on Clubhouse that has also inspired me, he's so crazy, that has also inspired me a little bit is, I want to say it was 6 or 7 years ago with Derek Sweet. I was in LA, and it was life coaches, and we were working on what was it called? You're being a superhero, right? And at first, you know, I went to the train. I was like, oh, superhero. I'm not a superhero, right? And then I get on Clubhouse, and one of our groups we're talking about is what's your superpower, right? So Danny, I think it's Danny, asked what's your superpower. It could be Arensky, I don't know. But they ask, what's your superpower? And I realized yesterday when we were working on our bios and stuff, what my real superpower is, other than my sense of humor and cooking lavanda. My superpower really is overcoming adversity. Not everybody does it. Not everybody does it well. They overcome it, and it takes them down, and then they have to deal with it and do other ways. I've become really good at, hey, Sandy Lee, I've become really good at taking those adversities, the shit that hits the fan and comes our way, and turning it into opportunities, you know. And again, I know when people hear it, sometimes they're like, you know, oh my God, but it is what it is. You know, my mom died. I didn't have any control. I was a minor. But from that, she gave me my career and my purpose. So my purpose is to help women mainly, but if men were smart, they'd listen. And I do speak Manglish. I've employed over 150 men. I have 9 brothers, raised 4 little boys who are big men today. So I've had a lot of experience with men. I have a couple exes and one ex-husband. So I speak your language. I got you if you want to work with me. But the thing is that my superpower, I turned it into opportunity. So my mother's passing gave me the opportunity to be able to help people talk about the things that most people don't want to talk about, or address the things that most people are afraid to address. Then, I had a business. I have no education, dropped out of college. I did get a scholarship for softball to go to North Carolina A&T, and I did it for a year and like a month or so, a semester. And then I dropped out, right? And then I had a kid and all of this. So then I've been able to turn everything into my kid, again, gave me a new purpose. I have to be a good parent. I have to be responsible. I've now something and someone that I have to be accountable to and for. So each thing, though, we could look at it as a tragedy. I'm going to tell you from here on out, every time you hit an obstacle, something that just messes with you. Hey, Linda. Oh, I miss you. Something that really messes with you. Take a breather. Stop. Breathe. Don't freak out and be like, what does this shit mean? What does it mean? It's a message. It's a messenger, right? Just make sure it's not that little gazoo. We have that gazoo. That's that inner voice that's telling us we can't do something. We shouldn't do it. It's not right, whatever, But when you have those adversities, you have to look at it and analyze it. Like, what does this mean? If it's bad boyfriend number 10, well, you know what it means. You've been making some bad choices. If you keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result, we all know what that is, right? So my big talk today was really about Clubhouse. I'm a junkie of it right now. I've gotten, I think, two and a possible client from it. I've also gotten so much from the younger generation that they just, grabbed old Grandma Shirley. That's what I call myself. I know I'm young and sexy, but I'm going to let them think I'm Grandma Shirley. They can't see me, okay? We're just talking. But they've helped me upgrade my bio, use all kind of crazy emojis, different things, which is really cool. They've helped me put a little spice to my things that, I wasn't thinking of. They also helped me create it where when I speak or when you read it, I'm really touching people in a different way. One young lady, I can't remember if she was from Romania. No, she was from Germany. I'm sorry. She said to me, I asked her, what made you reach out to me? Because I didn't know what to do on the thing. I was just going from room to room, lost in space, right? And she said, your bio. I said, my bio? I said, it reads like a Bible, a book. It's like plain. I'm looking at everybody else's and it's cute and it's got all this stuff on it. And she says, I don't really care about all of that. I don't care about the people putting in there, $1 million money, $1 million this. She's like, you have 27 years of being a boss. You have 27 years of working with people and managing money and doing contracts, and you've had experience, and you speak, and you're a coach, and you've done network marketing. She's like, you have so much experience. You have so much that you can teach me, and I'm just a sponge. And she's like, I'm a marketing advertising agent, so I have so much I could teach you. I was like, bingo, right? So that's what's up. So it's not always about money, right? Sometimes it's about connecting and meeting people and sharing things. And, there's nothing wrong with the good old barter system these days. It was kind of passe, and the government made it illegal. But, we won't talk about the government. Can't get me to go there. But so we have to find our gifts and our talents and our abilities and kind of back in, create the lifestyle we want, on paper and in our mind, and then decide how you get there. And then that's when you connect with a coach. If I'm not your coach, then you need to connect to someone else. I think everyone needs a coach, a mentor, someone that they can confide in. My mom passed away of a broken heart and not having the arena that we have today. And I wrote in my bio that my mom didn't have... what did I say? I said my mom didn't have Facebook, Instagram, Hangouts, Clubhouse, nor did she have a portfolio that went from 140% return on investment to 400% during COVID. I did. And how did that happen? Because I'm also a coach with an organization called the Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. And part of that is understanding what's going on in the world and how it affects us. So that was really cool too, to be able to share that idea with some people. And I have some friends who've been watching me for years, and they say, oh, I'm going to join, I'm going to do this with you. And I don't care that you don't. But don't be angry at me, and don't be a hater when you see I'm talking about it to other people, because it's my job to talk to other people about what I'm doing, because something I say might turn the light on for them. And I like to say I'm the epiphany dropper every now and then. And so I wanted to share with you my Clubhouse experience. If there's anything else that you have any question, please ask me. If there's something else you want me to talk about, if you have any ideas of things you'd like me to do, please let me know. I am thinking about, I am thinking about podcasting, but I really don't like I even hate this. I really don't like not looking at the people I'm speaking to. I have a problem with it. And I notice too that I squint a lot when I'm looking at the camera. I have to open up my eyes. So I'm learning how to be better at it. But I think that I just might bring in a guest as opposed to talking to air and space. I don't know if anybody has any feedback on that. I would love to hear it. I love your opinions. I'm here to serve. I'm a servant. Oh, Linda, we can talk. Are you on Clubhouse, Linda? We can definitely talk about it. I mean, not like, I'm this veteran, but I've been on it since the 16th of January. And I've made amazing connections within there. Rebecca, that's on here. Rebecca, say hi again if you're still here. I've made amazing connections outside of you so crazy. I eat no pig feet. Outside of there as well. And I'm talking to a gentleman right now about doing some video and things like that. Because this video is nice, and I like reaching you guys and talking to you, but I do need a few more professional ones. Cool. We'll talk about it. We'll connect. But it's very simple to me. Oh, awesome. Cool. We'll have to talk about. See? So Rebecca's my new friend from Clubhouse, and I didn't know that she did a podcast, so we're going to talk. She's going to teach me some stuff. I'll teach her some stuff. Hi, Ernest. So Linda, pretty much it's like, I don't know, it's like Facebook, but you're talking to each other as opposed to texting. And then there's groups. So like in Facebook, you have tons of groups that you join. So you look around for the groups that have topics. You fill out your bio, and Arensky, Easy, Amani, and Danny are the three people that I've followed. Hey, Simone. Hi, Janet. That I follow, who have taught me how to write so they have a really cool thing. 9 o'clock, Danny has Namaste and Morning Intentions. At 12 o'clock, Arensky has Telling Your Story. And at 3 o'clock, Amani runs Doing Your Bio, and she runs like this, Do Your Pitch. So today we worked on pitch. No, today we worked on bio. Tomorrow we'll work on pitch. And so these are the people that I've connected myself with. Now, the first day I got on, I got caught up into the music industry and all this other stuff, $1 million money stuff. People are just tapping into you. I don't bother with that. I don't, everybody can talk about $1 million. I've seen more than $1 million, not in my bank account at one time, but I've tapped on it. I've done over $65 million in gross revenue. So that doesn't impress me. What impresses me is the life that I touch, how I can make money, teach my family to create generational wealth. So I'll make for sure that I find you, or you look for me on there, my full name, Shirley Ann Felder, and follow me. And then when I see you following me, I'll guide you to where I'm going. But it's really cool. And Linda, you'll love it. You'll really love it. And this group, they're amazing, just amazing young people. We're never too, we never know enough, so you could always learn some more. So I don't want to drag it out too long, but as long as people are on here, if anybody has another question, anything, I was talking a little bit about Clubhouse, not that I know a lot. I've also joined, anytime, Linda. I've also joined another guy. He's very, stringent and professional, and he probably wouldn't be my friend outside of that arena, but every now and then we need some structure, and if you know me, I could use some structure, right? So what I like is he brings in professional speakers and authors, and I was in 3 of his conversations. And I can't remember John's name, but I'll put it in here later. John runs a marketing and advertising business for 30-something years, and it's called Duct Tape Marketing or something like that, some odd name. But what an amazing speaker. He's probably on his 5th or 6th book about, think about it. If you can stay in the marketing industry and not age out, right, for not advancing yourself and updating and critiquing and tweaking, that's pretty amazing. So that he was on today, and so I got to listen to him, ask some questions. People are very tangible. And I can't remember all the other people he had on, but I listened, I think, like 3 times to him. Again, outside of this arena of Clubhouse, I would never go to a class of his or anything like that, because it would feel too confining, in the beginning, because we all have judgments, right, or stereotypes. But his name is Joseph something. But really cool. Again, hey, Tamila, how are you? Really cool. And then one other guy, for the guys who are on here, and any guy who comes back and listens to this, Peter, I got to look him up. Sugar, it's on that phone. But I'll put his name up there. He's on Instagram, and he just released a book a couple of days ago. He's a veteran, and he talks about emotional intelligence. Again, I don't know how many of you have really done personal development work. I've been working on me for, so long, right? But, hey, sweetheart. He's a Marine vet, and he talks about how he went around holding a gun with so much anger in him, and how that affected him. And now he teaches meditation. He teaches emotional intelligence. He's just an amazing soul, like just awesome. Again, where would I have met him if I didn't join Clubhouse? And 2 people told me to get on Clubhouse. Megan, May Palmer, and I forgot who else, but Asanta saw my name, Asanta Howard. So I don't know if you say their names, if things come up. But Asanta welcomed me, and you have to come in through invitation. So if you have an iPhone, it's in beta right now. If you download the app and apply, then they'll say you're in the waiting room. If you tell me, I'll invite you in. I have a few invites that I can invite you in. But I think it's a cool experience. Oh, thank you, Rebecca. I'll talk to you soon. I appreciate you. So anyway, so that's another way to connect. If you have a product, a service, or if you just, so many people are lonely right now. So I saw in some of the rooms, they just had a fun room where people just get together and laugh and talk and tell stories. Another room where they just listen to music of a certain era. Whatever it is, people are dying from loneliness. People need connection. We were built to connect, and we're not being able to do that well right now. So whenever I come on here, I know I end up staying way longer than you're told, but I guess as long as people here, I guess you want to be here. So I appreciate you. Is there any other question, anything else anybody wanted to know or ask me before I go? Again, I was talking about knowing who you are, doing a personality test. If you're interested, I'll drop it when I get off of here. I'll drop it, underneath this video, the link for it. It is an affiliate link. It's not about me making $10 or $5 or $6 off of you. It's about the power of it. It really shifted me to the next level immensely. And again, Allegra Stein, I love you to pieces. She's one of my amazing coaches that I've been, almost 7 years. Almost 7 years. But I don't know what that says. Oh, I love you too, Linda. Hey, Ernest, how are you? What you cooking tonight, Mabry? Hey, BJ. So anyway, so I really, yes, I can. I will. I promise you, Joan. I'll take care of that. You got it. I'll send her one of my humorous videos from YouTube too, so it'll lighten the load, so she doesn't think I'm just one of Mom's friends. I get it. And I'll send my daughter her way too. My daughter, I don't know if you guys saw on my line today. My kid is a nut job, so she's doing these TikToks. I've downloaded the TikTok and I keep practicing it, but I'm fun. But that's another side of me that I have to loosen up and have fun. Like, I don't know. I haven't gotten there yet, but I'm really working on it. But my daughter did first she did a live today, and she was talking about, like the 10 things, if you grew up in a black household, the things that your mama would say. If you said it, put your fingers down. Of course she put all her fingers down. So she was a smart aleck. And then today she did another video about the type of parent you want to be. And it's the same thing. Like, if we've got to work and we've got to make money, we've got to have this career, why can't it be the way we want it to be? Our life is designed by us, no matter. Yeah, they do teach us, right? Our life is up to us, not up to anyone else. Don't give that power to people. You're not really forced into taking a job. You're only forced into taking a job if you're not willing to do the work necessary to get to the point that you can do what you want to do the way you want to do it, right? Now, of course, within guidelines, right? We have to have common sense here. But anyway, I don't want to hold you guys anymore. Unless someone has a question, I'll talk until the last person is here if you have a question. But I don't want to hold you up too much. And I think I'm going to talk, today's just Tuesday, so I'm going to talk a little bit about resilience because, again, we don't realize who we are and what we've done when we're just living life. But again, COVID has taught us so, hey, Magdalene, COVID has taught us so much. When we have to sit here and be with ourselves and, be within a certain parameters of everything else, and we don't have that exposure to people and events, and we're so busy being busy doing nothing, right? So you have to sit with your thoughts sometimes. And I knew I was resilient. I don't think I knew just how resilient I was. I also knew that I was resourceful, and I didn't realize how resourceful I was. So I'm wondering, how many of those things, those adjectives or descriptions, are you and you never realized? So I would like to dig into that with some of you. And, again, everything I do isn't about money for sure. So if there's a group of you, I'm looking for 5 women to test drive my little new coaching thing that I want to do. I'm going to be coming up with the details in March, but I want you to think about it. 5 women, it is going to be a pay for, but I can tell you that it's value once I critique it. So I'm looking for your input. I'm looking for you to give me insight once we're going through this together, so that when I'm ready to really launch it, that it's sexy. You know me, I like it to be sexy and smooth, but I want it to be effective for people. So there's going to be an entry level for you, because you're going to get the super discount because you are helping me to create it. And if you're helping me, I damn sure have to help you. That's what I've signed up to do, is serve. But fortunately, it is my living. So I do have to feed myself, pay a bill or two so I can turn the light on and visit you on Facebook. But anyway, so I want you to think about that. It's going to be a 6-week program. And we'll talk about that if we need to stretch it, if you think like it'll take up a little bit more than a week to complete some of these things. But they're going to be little mini workshops that get you to leap into whatever the next thing is that you want to do, whatever sexy it is you want to do. So that is in the works now. All right, have a good one. Good to see you. I guess that's it for now, guys. Again, I'm going to ask one more time before I go off. Is there anything that you want to talk about? And I don't know if I said it, but I always have to talk about it because I'm learning. So there's some things that I learned too. I'm learning not to be afraid to talk about money because, again, in the way that I grew up, money doesn't grow on trees. You don't see nothing. You don't want nothing. You can't have nothing, right? Everything is too expensive, but you need money to live, right? You need money to do things. You need money. Even if you want to help people and be philanthropic, you have to have money. You have to create money or find people with money, right? So I have learned, with the help of the Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise organization, my coach Rod and Derek Sweet, how to learn more about investing my money with companies wisely, right? And how to be a shareholder with some of these companies that I'm interested in. The world is changing. So people are getting on the bandwagon of all the popular things. You'll see what happens to that. You hear about it every day lately. So that's not what we do. So I'm not looking for gold and silver. You can have the gold and silver, but we have an algorithm. I think it's got 36, different things that it looks for. We get some research. We meet every Tuesday. We talk about options and opportunities. We're never given, any advice. We talk about options. We get information. It's research and development. And to be able to the other day, I don't know if you noticed, there was a picture, and Jasmine and my granddaughter were behind me, and I was showing them on my computer, the percentages that I've been making and how much I made. 142% return on investment on one item that I bought in August. This item today that I had a 420% return, I think I bought it in 2018. So patience, going to be here anyway. Research and intelligence, and having a community and a group of people to share those things with and brainstorm with is what we need to do. And I'm an old beat up athlete, so there's no I in team. So you need a team to get through this crazy world we live in. So I'm going to sign off with that, and I'm going to thank you all for popping in at a prime time, I know, to listen to my Clubhouse review. And I don't know if they have Facebooks. I didn't look yet, but Amani, Arensky, Danny, Rebecca, you guys rock. And I just want to thank you so much for, bringing the old lady in under your fold. I appreciate you guys. Everybody else, have a good night, and thanks again.